Try making this popcorn chicken from the Pinch and Nom Everyday Notebook. So I've already started, and it was quite easy really. It was just I used the Hex B choice from Slimmingworld, which is the wholemeal bread, and I put my spice in, and I've made my crumb, which is just a fine crumb. So that's all ready to coat my chicken. Over here, I have my chicken. So I'll chop this up in a minute into chunks, egg wash it, into here, onto a tray, and then into the oven. So, 2 eggs. So what I've done is I've cut them up into sort of nugget-sized pieces to make rather chicken nuggets. So we're going to dunk it into the old egg wash, get into the... I'll do this with a wet hand, but normally we do it with a dry hand. Give it a bit of a coating, and then on the tray for the homemade nuggets. So repeat that step, and obviously I'm going to use separate hands now, because I don't want to put wet hand in the dry mix and so on and so forth. So nuggets, egg wash, breadcrumbs, tray. So here we are, here's all the nuggets now and a few odd bits. These were just a few scrappy bits of chicken, which weren't really nugget shaped. So we've got them all on the tray now. All we're going to do is spray these with a bit of low fat spray. So we're going to use fry light for this. Just cover them quickly in a bit with a spritz of fry light and put them in the oven until they're cooked. Okay, so what I'm going to do as well, to accompany the nuggets, I'm going to make some little baby wedges. So I'm going to use these little baby potatoes, give them a bit of cleaning off, and I'm going to quarter them up into sort of wedge shapes, and then put them into the Actifry. So there's a setting on the Actifry for doing them, so we'll get that in, we'll get them in there, put the seasoning on, we're good to go. So as you can see, just cutting them into, now they've been cleaned, just cutting them into wedge shapes, so only little wedges, but they'll be quite nice. I'm going to season these up with a bit of Cajun seasoning and put them in the Actifry now. So the joy of this is that whole bag of potatoes gave me all these wedges. Now I know it's quite a lot. We're going to put these into the Actifry. I'm going to spray them lightly with a little bit of sunflower fry light with this Nando's peri peri salt. Lid down. Okay, ignoring the noise of the Actifry in the background, I am now going to make some red cabbage slaw, which would ordinarily be sin-free if I was to use a fat-free yoghurt, but I'm going to use a low-fat natural yoghurt. Now this is half a sin per 100 grams, so this whole 500 gram pot is 2.5 sins, which is a pebble in the ocean for all the slaw we're going to make. So, 4 carrots, 2 red onions, whole cabbage, salt and pepper, low-fat natural yoghurt, and some red wine vinegar. So, let's make it. Now I know all of you get really excited over these newfangled slicing, dicing, grating, mandolin, chopping machines. They're great. But sometimes a grater, a knife, and a bowl is just as quick as anything else. Okay, so I've top and tailed the carrots and I've just given them a quick scrub in the sink, so now they're ready to grate. There, carrots grated. Now using a knife, you're going to thinly slice up this red cabbage. So here is the red cabbage. Now I appreciate some of your knife skills, and you may that'll be great, and you maybe feel more comfortable with a slicer, so do whatever you feel fit doing. Okay, so after all the red cabbage is done, we're going to thinly slice up 2 red onions. Whoa, excuse the purple fingers. Thinly slice up the 2 red onions and add those into the mix. Okay, so here's my onions all thinly sliced. Now we're going to get those into the mix now. Just break them up. Okay, so in here now, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, and then salt and pepper. Okay, so the salt and the pepper's been added in now. The salt will help it break down through the vinegar. And then we're going to add in our low-fat natural yogurt. I'm going to need 2 hands for this, so bear with me. Okay, so we've added in the 500 grams of low-fat natural yogurt. Now, the best thing to do with this is to get a fork, mix it up and get it all mixed in. However, I found the best way of doing it is nice clean hands, getting your hands in it to mix it all up. So there we have it. There are our chicken nuggets out of the oven. They've caught a little bit, which I'm disappointed with, but you know, all in all, it seems quite good, and then they're still quite moist on the inside. And then here is the red cabbage slaw all ready to go with it. So we're going to leave this sit now to soften up a little bit. So this should be the fried wedges all done. Look, nice and crispy, and they'll be nice and fluffy on the inside. Oh, yeah, they're really hot, but they will cook lovely. Bit of peri-peri seasoning on those, so they'll be quite nice. And here it is. Here is our Cajun wedges, our garlic chicken, and our sin-free or low-sin red cabbage slaw. So that is it, another successful meal time. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Subscribe button's down here, or is it over here? Put something in the comments below. And remember, tomorrow is another day.